What's up? What's up? What's up? So, I'm going to be doing a live real quick. I'm just going to be discussing something that I feel has to be spoken upon. What we're going to be talking about today is just bad business. There's a lot of bad business in this game. A lot of people just doing a lot of shady, weird shit. So, I'm going to get to it. Let some people gather in. I definitely want to see some big changes in the game, but as you guys can see, we're in a weird point of the time right now. So let's speak upon this. I clearly am not in a great position in the game. I'm not in a great position in life. I think that this is something that comes with just staying consistent. So and doing the right thing by people. So today we're going to be speaking upon someone who really fucked me over, and I think that this is something that I honestly would like to hear some people's feedback. I would love to see if people agree with me in the situation, like am I in the right or am I in the wrong? Let me know. I would love to hear people's feedback. So, if you order, I'm not even going to say the name. If you order, who you got for the main event? So I got Sean Strickland. I definitely got Sean Strickland. The reason why, I'll just get this out of the way real quick. Sean Strickland's gonna win just because of if it comes down to who's the better boxer, we see that Sean Strickland is just by far the better boxer. So that's just it's gonna be interesting to see, but we'll save that for another time. Let's get back on track. So there there definitely is like a lot of weird shit that goes on in the game, but if you were to go shop with a plug, if you're going to shop with a plug and you send the money out, right? And they send the pack to you, but it gets hit on their end. Say it gets hit at the spot that they sent it out from. That's a clear foul on whose end? Would that be a clear foul on the person that trusted the person enough to actually go shop with them? Or would that be a foul on the end of the person sending it and getting it caught? Me, I would say the person that's sending it and having it get caught is probably the one to blame, because it's looking as if it's probably an issue that is related to them not packaging it correctly. I would assume that in a situation where the thing's not making it out of the state that it is originally coming from, if it doesn't make it out of that state, then it clearly is a mistake on the behalf of the person who actually is sending it. It's not the person who gave you the address, it's not the person who gave you the money, it's the person who is sending it if it didn't make it out of that state. So, I'm now forced into this position where, fuck it, I'll just say the name. Fuck it. KushKirk, since he went live last night and he did this whole little thing, he has now put me into this position where the pack obviously isn't landing. It's clearly not going through. It's not getting out of the original state that it is supposed to be coming from, which is a clear foul on one end. And I know there's a lot of different practices, there's a lot of different ways of going about this, and in the way of the person that I'm dealing with, the person that is now giving me trouble in this situation, he told me that he would give me a full refund. So I said, instead of that, basically just send the fucking flour or whatever. Or like, by what I mean with a full refund, he said that he was gonna like send the stuff out, but he wants like the stuff to be sent to a different address, which I understand, and I completely agree upon. Like, I think that if something gets caught at one spot, don't redo it. Don't do it the same way. Don't package it up the same way. Don't do it all the same way, or it's probably going to end up getting caught, and that is the people who do that to blame. Like, you know what I mean? Whoever is allowing that, anyone that's like allowing it to go to the same spot or doing it in the same exact process basically is insane, because the definition of insanity is the same repetitive actions but expecting a different result. So that leads me to say, if the person completely packages it up the same exact way and sends it out again the same way and only sends half the order the second time and it gets caught, that would clearly indicate that there's one party to blame. There's one person that is making it so the process isn't getting fully done, and that leads us to the situation that we're in now. If the person who is originally receiving the money and the person who is actually going about the process, if they don't do it at all, if they don't even attempt to get the job done properly, that's somewhat of a scam, in my opinion. That seems as if the person is trying their hardest to keep the cash and not go about the program. So at the end of the day, this is forcing me into a weird position, because I don't think this is something that we should even be speaking about on live stream. I don't think this is something we should be speaking about in public at all. But it's just wild, because the fact that the person who this whole issue, this person is telling me that they're going to use their social media platform, which they have like 25,000 followers. They're like saying that they're going to use that to basically like silence me. And I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, I think all business needs to be done accordingly. If you're gonna agree upon an order, you're gonna agree upon a job at all, you should be able to fully be prepared to get that job done. You should be equipped to get it done, and you shouldn't call the person delusional for you not getting your half of the job done. At the end of the day, if the person doesn't receive what they have paid for, that's on you. That's not on me because I didn't, like, whatever. Like, I went about my whole process proper. And at the end of the day, like, the Addy that it's being sent to has clearly got plenty other orders within the time that I've been waiting for that other main order, which is just wild. At the end of the day, if if the address is the thing that they're going to be blaming, then how in God's name is that address still receiving packs pretty consistently? Like, I'm not trying to like burn out anything right now, but like, how is this possible? How am I the delusional one when in the bigger picture, if the stuff's not leaving the original state, then what the fuck does the address have to play? Like, clearly it's an unorganized box, and it's clearly something that is just not going to make it out of any state. So it's like, I don't know, such a weird unorganized situation. I don't even know how to properly go about this and like explain it, because like I've asked the person that I'm dealing with them at the moment, I've asked them to explain it to me, like, how is this making any sense to you? Like, how do you feel as if I'm the person to blame in the situation? And what they say is, oh, it needs to be another address, it needs to be another address. And I was like, all right, if you wait it off, I have other stuff coming in. If we can make sure this other stuff gets in first, then I mean, that's clearly not the address. So, I don't know. To me, it just appears that maybe I've said something within this exchange where it's caused an emotional reaction, which is now leading to the person thinking that they can move off emotions and do business off emotions, which is just not going to give you longevity or give you any real anything. It's not going to give you any reward in life at all if you just move off your emotions, and it's fucked up. But I say that with while saying while still, I should say this, like, I'm definitely emotional in this situation. Clearly, I've wasted a decent amount of money in this situation where it's like just ridiculous. It's basically like weeks of work, and for what? The person's not even gonna like give me any explanation or anything. So it leads me to this. It leads me to this. What do you guys think? Am I in the wrong? Let me know. I'm very interested to hear your feedback. I would love to know if you guys think that I'm wrong or if I'm right. Don't tell me I'm right just because you guys follow the page. Tell me if I'm wrong. I would love to know. I think that if the thing doesn't get out of the original state, then clearly there's an unorganized situation that is leading to that. Whether the person's not packaging right, whether the person's smoking while they're packaging it, something isn't right. There's clearly something that is leading to the thing not getting out of that state. So it's like, how is that possible? How is it possible that the thing doesn't even leave the state, or on the second attempt it's just an empty box? Like, to me it appears that the person is clearly either trying to get over on me, or is clearly trying to just go about it in such an unorganized way and isn't aware enough to see that this is unorganized, and just isn't aware at all. So I would love feedback. I would love to know what the people think. Honestly, at the end of the day, it seems to me like the person is very much offended by the way that I approached the situation, and it is what it is. I think that if I say that this is lazy work, it's lazy work. It is what it is. Like, I shouldn't have to sugarcoat shit and tell you that it's a popsicle just to sell you on it. Truth is the truth. You know what I mean? Reality is reality. So it's like, I might sound a little bit upset. I am. I'm fucking more than upset. I've wasted weeks of my fucking life on this whole nonsense. So it's like, why wouldn't I be upset? You know what I mean? Like, it would take a fool to not be upset. And then for the person to like just tell me to like, I don't know, tell me to like accept half back, like, when clearly neither of the attempts have been not even successful at all, but like they haven't even been like attempts realistically. I don't know. I'm starting to fucking get a little bit of like annoyed at the moment, but what do you guys think? I know it's probably very unorganized. I probably could have explained this better to like help the people, which I gave the person the opportunity. I was like, let's go live, let's do this appropriately, because him going live, doing his own live, and then me doing my own live, like, what does that help? What does that help at all? That just leaves people even more confused, and that, I don't know, that just, it doesn't help anything. So I would love feedback. I would love to know what the fucking people think. I think at the end of the day, this is definitely a bigger issue than a lot of people probably even know. If you aren't dealing with people out of state, then it's good for you. It's definitely best if you're not dealing with people out of state, because if you're dealing with people out of state that you aren't interacting face to face with, then it's going to lead to a lot of unorganized emotional situations where people might be able to just think that they can get over on you just because they have 25,000 followers. Like, you can shove that 25,000 followers up your ass, and I probably bet you would be very happy about doing that too, with the way that you've been approaching the situation. But I'm starting to get emotional and starting to get out of line. So what do you guys think? Let me know your feedback. I'm gonna let this one actually upload to my page, and I don't know, this has definitely been wasting a lot of my time, and I hope I didn't waste your time with you guys listening to this. I hope you guys actually are able to learn a little bit of something off this. Maybe learn who not to fuck with or who to fuck with. I don't know. It is what it is. But I appreciate you guys for even giving me the chance to listen.